Hi, my name is Clara Bacoso, and today I'll be discussing the different costumes found in the movie The Last Emperor. The Last Emperor is a 1987 film that accounts the life of Puyi, the last emperor of China. Puyi lived in a lavish youth in the Forbidden City but was sheltered from the outside world and the complex political situation that surrounded him. The time setting for the movie The Last Emperor was during the Qing Dynasty. Qing Dynasty was not only the last ruling dynasty of China, but also the longest ruling dynasty. The Qing Dynasty, which was ruled by the Manchurians, lasted from 1644 to 1911. That is about 267 years. The societal roles in the Qing Dynasty, which can be found on page 2 of the Qing Imperial Costume Design book, are starting with the male, it's Emperor, Crown Prince, First Prince, Lord, Count, Viscount, Duke, Vice Duke, and General of the third rank. With the female, it's Empress, Kowloon Princess, Hishu Princess, Hishu Princess, Duoluo Princess, Duoluo Princess, Kushan Princess, and Unranked Princess. The different types of costumes during the Qing Dynasty are Ganfu, Langua, Bufu, Zhaopao, Jifu, and Daopao. Most of these costumes are also found in the film. The Ganfu, which is seen in the film, is a formal surcoat worn by the emperor. It is worn over the Jifu, and its characteristics are features a medallion-shaped badges embroidered with dragon motif. It has straight side seams, front center closure, 5-knot fasteners, 2 side slits, and is usually in dark colors like blue, black, or brown. Another costume found in the film is the langua. Langua is a formal surcoat worn by the imperial princess. It is worn over the jifu and it features a medallion-shaped badges embroidered with dragon motif. The jifu, or the dragon robe, is a semi-formal court robe or festival dress. This dress was seen throughout the film. The imperial yellow is only worn by the emperor. It has a characteristics of either a 5 or 4-clawed dragons, water, waved, mountains, and clouds. Other recurring motifs can be a combination of 12 sovereignty symbols, 8 Buddhist treasures, and tributes of 8 Taoist immortals. The bufu is a formal surcoat worn by officials. It is worn over the jifu, and it can be distinguished by the square-shaped badges embroidered with the animal that symbolizes the rank of the official wearing it. In the film, the emperor wore a different costume during his arranged marriage. He also wore a ceremonial collar, which is a sign of honor. The ceremonial collar can be worn with formal king court robe, a surcoat, a hat, and court beads. Another thing that was widely seen throughout the first half of the film is the two-handle headdress. This headdress was unique to the Manchu women of the Qing Dynasty. The bat wing shape was created with a wire frame that supported a gilt, rounded-edged stick at the top. The frame is typically covered with black satin and decorated with silk flowers. The footwear found in the film were the cloud-patterned toe shoe, which is a ceremonial slipper worn by both men and women. Also is the stilt platform shoe, which is a wooden block that was carved with sides of varying shapes and attached to the sole of the shoes. Based on what I saw in the film, the modern transformation began when Puyi was left with no choice but to wear spectacles or glasses, and also when he decided to cut off his hair as an act of reforming the Forbidden City. After that, you can clearly see the Western transition that was slowly occurring. Puyi and his wife began to adopt Western clothing and sport. In this picture, Puyi is dressed in a suit while his wives are dressed in flapper dresses and fur coats and adopted new hairstyles. Throughout the film, you can definitely see the changes in their costumes depending upon location, occasion, and event. At the end, both Puyi and his wife were completely westernized, with no evidence of their own culture in the way they dressed, talked, or lived. Puyi and his wife even changed their names to Henry and Elizabeth. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation.